Right, we better get off. We won't be long.
Take as long as you need, mate. The sooner you get your hands sorted out, the sooner you're out from under our feet. Isn't that right, Alice?
Yeah, well, it's only a routine examination, but if they do decide to amputate, then I'll give you a ring.
What with?
Well, that's why he's taking me.
Look, if you don't want to take Rebecca with you, you can stay with these two.
Well, I couldn't do that to you, Archie.
Why not?
Well, I feel I was imposing.
Oh, give over. You'd be happy here with us, wouldn't you?
Well, if you're sure.
Of course I'm sure. Anyway, you never know what you might catch in hospital.
Right, well, come on, we better get off. We'll be back soon.
All right, see you later.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Come on, darling.
Michael?
Hi. I hoped you'd be in.
Oh?
I wanted to apologise about the other night in the wool pack.
Yeah, well, it was a bit of a shock. Joe went over the top, though.
No, he was right. What I did was wrong. I shouldn't have spied on you like that, followed you around.
So what Lynn Whiteley said was true?
Well, yeah.
I don't understand. Why did you do it?
I don't know. I wasn't myself then, I just wasn't thinking straight.
Oh, that's no reason, Michael. You could have got yourself into serious trouble.
Yeah. Well, I have, haven't I?
It still doesn't make sense. What were you thinking about?
I don't know. It was stupid. I know it was stupid. I suppose... Well, I just wanted to see you, that's all.
Why?
I can't really explain why. There were miserable times and you were a reminder of better times. I mean, does that make any sense?
I suppose so.
Right, well, I better be off. I just wanted to say sorry.
Oh, don't be silly. You're here now. You may as well come in.
I don't think I should.
Come on. Whatever Joe says or Lynn Whiteley or anyone says, I know you're all right. Come on.
Tinker! Tinker! Where are you, flaming cat? How's that?
Vanished again, has she?
Oh, no. I'm standing here perfecting my sense of rhythm. Of course she's disappeared again.
It's that state of affairs, isn't it, Mr. Pollard? When your own cat can't stand living with you.
Go away, Seth.
Why, what are you going to do? Knock me out and chain me to churchyard railings?
Very tempting. But hardly my style, old boy.
No?
No. And I had nothing to do with the attack on Marshall, either.
Mrs. Pollard enjoyed it, though.
And neither did my wife.
Are you sure?
Well, of course.
Was she in all that night?
Yes. Except for when she went out to search for them. She's hardly capable of knocking out someone like Marshall.
That's true. Unless she had some help. I'll see you later.
Well, if I can help it.
And I shall find that cat if I were you before Mrs. Pollard gets back. She'll not be right pleased. Who knows what she might do.
Amazing how dirty these things get, isn't it?
No need to pretend with me, Alan.
Pretend?
You've met someone, haven't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There you go again.
Is it that obvious?
Well, I'm not the first person to have guessed. Who is she?
Well, just someone I get on rather well with.
I'm glad for you.
But it's too early to speculate. We've only been out just the once together.
So when are you seeing her again?
Well, we haven't really decided.
You have asked her.
Well, I don't like to rush these things. My relationships in the past haven't been too successful.
She's probably wondering if you've gone off her.
Do you really think so?
You've been out once and you haven't asked her again. I know how I'd feel.
Oh, dear.
If I were you, I'd get onto it straight away.
Well, I have done. I mean, several times, but I keep ringing off before she can answer.
Why?
Well, what if she says no?
Well, at least you'll know how she feels.
Yeah. Yes, you are right, of course.
Why don't you give her a ring now? If the phone's clean enough.
Yes, I'm sure it is. Thank you.
And don't hang up.
No, I won't.
It's all right. I'm going.
At the time, I didn't really think of the risk. Being near you, well, that was enough. I didn't want to frighten you, though.
You did frighten us. We thought we had a prowler. If I'd have known it was you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I suppose it's best put behind us. Lynn Whiteley's as much to blame as anyone. I mean, if she hadn't have said anything, we'd have been none the wiser. She's a little stirrer.
Doesn't make what I did right.
No, but it's not the main issue anymore. Not for me, anyway.
There you are. Everything all right?
Yeah, why shouldn't it be?
Do you think you ought to be here, Michael, considering?
I asked him.
She's right. I shouldn't be here.
I disagree.
Hiya. I thought you were with Robert.
He's found a barn owl. Joe said he can look after it until it gets better. I was just taking his box out to him.
A barn owl?
Yeah, you should come and have a look. It's lovely. Joe's on his way over.
Best if I leave.
I think so, Michael. Where are you going to put it?
Oh, it's at the barn. It'll be safe there.
Right, tell him I'll come out later to have a look.
Hey, what's he doing here?
You came round to see me.
I can talk for myself, thanks, Rachel. Came to apologise to Rachel for the other night.
There's more than the other night to apologise for.
Oh, that's not fair, Joe.
Fair doesn't come into it. What he was doing was sick.
I've explained it all to Rachel.
Oh, well, that takes care of everything then.
Look, you lot, I don't think this is the time or the place, do you?
On your way.
I'm going. I've said what I wanted to say. I'll see you.
I'll see you around, Michael.
Chris, what are you doing here?
Waiting for you. I was going to give it another 15 minutes.
Is Dad not in?
It's Dad I want to talk about. We've got to do something about him.
What can we do? If he's going to recover from this, it's got to come from him.
Look, I'm not talking about the booze. As far as I'm concerned, that's gone too far already.
What then?
Protecting our own interests.
I don't like the sound of that somehow.
So you're prepared to see him drag us all down with it?
What are you driving at?
Self-protection, Zoe. Dad's name stinks in the business community. People are beginning to think twice about dealing with it.
How do you know all this?
Come on, it stands to reason. When was the last time he attended a business meeting? No one wants to meet him. I think he should be replaced as chairman of the company.
We can't do that to him.
And as I see it, we don't have any choice. We'll all go under if he's allowed to go on like this.
And you want me to help you do it?
Tinker! Tinker!
Eric? Canny little cat.
Why can't he fly?
He must have hurt a wing.
Will he still be here in the morning?
Oh, yeah. He's not strong enough to fly yet. So it's up to you to look after him till he can fly. What are you going to call him?
Ollie. Maybe when he can fly, he'll want to stay.
He's probably got his own home in the woods. Mrs. Owl and the baby owls. They'll be wondering when he's coming back. Oh, cheer up, eh? Anyway, bet your friend Ben hasn't got an owl.
I thought we might have heard from Ma before now. You think she's all right? I suppose Leonard would have let us know if she wasn't.
Rachel's not to blame, you know, Joe.
She encourages him.
She's just sticking up for what she feels is right, that's all. Don't forget, Michael once meant a lot to her.
And all I'm doing is looking after her best interests.
She doesn't see it like that, though.
No? That time she did. Michael Filmer's a bad lot. What he did was totally wrong.
Well, don't you think you should let her find that out for herself?
Oh, yeah? When's that going to be, Jack? When it's too late? Look, he's followed her around and he's clobbered me. He's capable of anything.
Well, I've got to say, I think you're completely wrong.
I thought so once. Not so sure now.
We're only trying to help, Joe.
Have you ever thought why Lynn told you about Michael?
Why? Does it matter?
Doesn't she has an ulterior motive?
So, Jazz,
Well, it's possible Lynn's deliberately dropped Michael in it to spite Rachel.
She's capable of it.
Am I the only person around here that can see what's wrong? Michael Fellman stalked Rachel and followed her, not once but umpteen times. Now, that is wrong in anyone's book. And I don't want him near her again. Understand?
Time and all.
Oh, hello, love. I'm sorry I'm late. Who were you expecting?
I thought it might be Nick.
Oh, out with Julie, is he?
We're at hospital at 1 o'clock. Should have been back ages ago.
Well, they'd have rung if there was anything wrong.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, I just missed her then.
Yeah, by about 10 minutes. She's gone to collect Peter.
Ah, it doesn't matter. Just popped in for a quick pint. Working late tonight. Hay-making.
Oh, you lucky things.
Lucky?
Yeah, out in the fresh air. Bit healthier than a wine bar.
Enjoy working in here then?
Oh, yeah, it's great. Meeting new people all the time. Now, just now and again, I miss the outdoor life.
Yeah. Horses, you mean?
I used to moan about it sometimes, but now I loved it when Kim had the stable.
Oh, Kim's riding stables Mark II will be up and running soon.
Yeah, September, isn't it?
That's right.
You looking forward to it?
You bet.
You'll make a good partnership.
Well, no, not partnership. I'm the stable manager.
Oh, I see. Well, just as a matter of interest, who is Kim's business partner?
She hasn't got one.
You mean she's financed the whole thing herself?
Yeah, why shouldn't she?
Well, I just happen to know how much an operation like that costs.
Oh, yeah, pretty penny.
I would have thought after the split with Frank, Kim's finances would be a bit limited.
Well, there would have been if it hadn't been for the shares.
Shares?
I thought you knew.
Knew what?
Your Chris, he's bought her company shares off her.
Hiya. Hey, look, Archie. Took my bandages off.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, great. Of course, I still can't go back to work yet.
He's
but...
got to make sure his hands are really healed so they don't get infected.
That's right, it's brilliant. Means I'll be able to feed Alice again. Look after her.
About time, eh?
I'm sorry, Archie. We're a bit late, aren't we?
Yeah, look, do you want us to take over now?
Where have you been?
To the hospital.
All right. Took all day, did it, taking your bandages off?
Yeah. Well, I mean, no.
No. Thanks very much for the phone call. I appreciate it. For all I knew, you could have been in intensive care.
I'm sorry, Archie. We should have let you know.
I've been out of my mind worrying.
Come on, Archie, look, we didn't mean to be this late.
We knew the girls were in good hands.
Yeah, we just went for a wander around the shops and had some tea in the park.
What, and time just flew by, did it?
Yeah.
I didn't realise you'd be worried.
My childcare hours, Nick, finish at 5:30.
What a waste of an afternoon that was.
What's that, Elizabeth?
The post office. I had to go all the way into Houghton just to get a few stamps.
Oh. Well, I think that Mr. Turner should start selling them.
Well, if the village shop stays closed too long, he may have to.
I blame telephone myself.
The telephone? Why?
I don't quite follow you, sir.
Well, if people wrote more, instead of phoning around, they'd buy more stamps, post office would make a profit, then it could stop open.
There's certain logic in that, I suppose.
I'm not daft.
Evening, everyone. All well. I'll be in the wine bar, Carol, if I'm needed. Enjoy your evening. Nice to see you all. Follow the joys of spring.
Well, a little love and affection will do anybody the power of good.
Oh, anyone we know?
Well, he's not saying, of course, but if you ask me, it's the real thing. He's been going around like a lovesick teenager all day.
What an awful thought.
Oh, no, it's nice to see him happy for a change. I just wish he wouldn't keep his affairs to himself. He should share his joy.
Yes, well, you would say that, wouldn't you?
Have you two got a moment? You do know what's been said about Michael?
We heard what Lynn said he did, yes.
Well, I just want you both to know that I don't go along with it. I think it's unfair.
Thank you, Rachel. He really doesn't need all this. I just wish people would let him get on with his life.
Hey, Archie.
Usual, Archie.
I'll have a pint.
A pint?
Yeah, no wrong with that, is there?
No.
I'm going to get served or what?
A pint?
No, I'll have 2 pints. Got some catching up to do.
Bulgarian Red's going rather well. Shall I order another 10 cases this time?
Fine. The white's popular too.
Right. Well, I'm going to the warehouse in the morning.
So, how did it go?
Well, surprisingly well.
Ah, she didn't say no then.
No, I'm seeing her next week. She's coming to my birthday.
See? I told you it'd work out.
Thank you.
I have a feeling we're going to be fairly busy tonight, Kath. How do you want to work it? What's up?
Lynn, would you mind if I went early tonight?
Well, no. Not if you have to.
I do. I'm sorry if I'm leaving you in the lurch.
I'll manage. Is there anything I can do?
How can you live with someone so long and not know them?
Still springing surprises, is he?
This isn't so much a surprise as a revelation.
If I can help.
Thanks, Lynn, but you just have.
Are you still here?
Didn't want him to get lonely.
There's no chance of that with you around. We're going to have to think of what to give him to eat.
What do they eat?
Mice, I think. I'm not sure.
So, there you are. Do you know what time it is?
I'm not tired.
No, but I bet the owl is.
Lorraine said he'd come look after him till he's better.
Right. Well, he looks happy enough in there.
We were just wondering what to feed him.
Oh, well, Zoe Tate'd know. How about if tomorrow you ring Zoe Tate, the vet, and ask her to come and examine him?
Me?
Well, you found him, eh, Lorraine?
Absolutely.
Makes me wish I had a camera. Archie Brooks with a pint in his hand and not a birthday in sight.
What's caused the lapse then, Archie?
It's not a lapse. Lapse is temporary.
So, you're no longer teetotal?
There's no law says has to be, is there? Being teetotal's all right if you've got other pleasures in your life.
I discovered that 50 years ago.
Come on, Archie, something's happened.
No, nothing's happened. Just got to wondering what I was saving myself for, and I got the answer. Note.
But what started you thinking that way?
Well, that's my business, isn't it?
I'll have a pint of bitter, please.
We don't want any trouble.
Good. Neither do I.
Then maybe you should leave now.
After me pint, Mrs. Pollard. After me pint.
You don't take hints very easily, do you?
Hints, Eric?
You're not welcome around here.
Shame that. Just when I was getting attached to the place.
Trouble dragging himself away, I heard.
Staying out all night.
You look like a little joke, don't you?
I advise you to forget about that. The incident is over and done with.
Over, but not done with. I was assaulted. Michael's little trick, I think.
Now listen,
Temper, Eric. You heard what Mr. Turner says. He doesn't want any trouble. So I'm going to take my pint over there, and I'm going to leave you lot to tittle-tattle in peace. Okay?
How much longer do you intend on staying around here?
Well, at least till I've drunk this.
You know what I mean.
Don't worry, Eric. When I do leave, I'll make sure you know about it.
Because I always record the numbers as well. Yeah. Do you remember the porpoises? Oh, the porpoises and
Oh, yeah.
And there was a great noise.
Wasn't expecting you back for ages. Something up?
Yes, I think so.
What sort of an answer's that?
A considered one. I've been walking around for the last hour working out exactly what I should say to you.
What about? You're not making any sense.
Why didn't you tell me you bought Kim shares in the company?
What interest is it to you? I mean, there was no reason to tell you. It was just business.
I am no fool, Chris. You deliberately kept it a secret from me.
That's stupid.
Because the money you used was the money you got for mortgaging this house, wasn't it?
Kathy.
Wasn't it?
What does it matter?
You lied to me about it. You told me the money you got for this house was to save Frank from going under. And I believed you.
It all amounts to the same thing. I bought out Kim for the good of the company, and in the long run, that's to Dad's benefit.
No, you lied, Chris. And you're still lying.
He's so sinister. When's he going to get out of our lives, Eric?
I wish I knew. I think the little joke that was played on him hasn't exactly helped matters.
What do you mean?
Before the night of the attack, he was fed up, bored, and I think about to move on. Until he realised that he'd actually got to someone. That someone who, with a little help, no doubt, decided to get their own back.
I'm sure they acted with the best intentions.
That goes without saying. But has it solved anything?
I'm sure someone somewhere derived a brief moment of satisfaction that night, Eric.
Perhaps. But was it worth it? We must forget about this, Elizabeth.
The misery he's caused. If he hadn't been on the scene, Michael wouldn't be in the position he's in now. He wouldn't have gone through all the trauma he's had this past year.
Yes, well, that's all behind you now.
Is it? What if what Lynn Whiteley says about him is true? What if he has been sneaking around window watching?
Rachel's the one who should be condemning him, if anybody. You heard what she said tonight?
But who do people believe?
People will believe who they want to believe. The truth will out in the end.
Look, you've got to hear me out.
No, I don't. The time's gone when I have to hear anything you have to say.
Look, don't be like this. I had my reasons.
No doubt. You're a law unto yourself, Chris, but don't involve me anymore, huh? Don't tell me anything. That way you don't have to lie.
It was a slight distortion of the truth.
No, you lied. You convinced me you'd mortgage his house to help Frank.
I swear it was for his own good.
Oh, whether he realises it or not, you mean?
If you'll let me...
You're hijacking the company, presumably to boot out your father, using money from the mortgage on our house, the house he bought for us. Well, if you want to do all of that, do it. Do it, but keep me out of it. I do not want to know, Chris. In fact, I don't really care anymore.
Fancy a nightcap?
I'd love a cup of tea. Did you draw the curtains, Eric?
No.
No, I didn't either. And the lights are on. Are you sure you didn't switch the lights on, Eric? Well, Eric, what is it?
We've been broken into.
Nothing's been touched.
They've broken through the back door.
Oh. What is it?
It's Tinker.
Where is she? Eric, where is she?
She's dead.
What?
They've broken her neck. They dumped her in the sink.
Someone killed our cat. Steve Marshall did this, didn't he?